it's Red Knight here, and welcome back to another cool farm review by the #1 hay tuber in the world. Now, we're going to be looking at Amurang Seaside here, a level 95 farm, and I think you're going to like some of the imagery you will be looking at this place. Now, the first thing we notice just behind the farm is an interesting use of outhouses, golden wool, and wells, and it so feels like a cliff face here. It feels as though the mountain has been dug out, and basically it's kind of stepped as you're going up to a different plateau or a different level within this area. And it really feels that this farmhouse is down much lower than the back of the farm, and I like it a lot. In fact, I quite like the design where they're using the walls as a nice little piece as it comes around to the left and right hand side as well. Now, as we look at the back here up on that top plateau, you'll see where they've got the smelters and some dead nectar bushes, and they actually blend quite well there. I do like it. You've got this wonderful angled piece of step where you're going up to the mine as well, and I like the way people do this with the walls and the bushes. I think it's actually quite interesting to see farms that have this design. Now, the border effect at the back there blocking off the cliff, you've got a nice selection of trees which makes it so much easier for harvesting the fruit, and I love the way that they've actually got their animal pens nicely in a row there with this kind of like bulky box section at the end. That really goes well. And then as it swings down towards the bottom end of the farm, following and leading into the machines, which are then separated by that wonderful white fence piece, and that really does blend in well. Now, as you look around there, you'll notice that they've got this wall piece running straight down the front of the farm and down that bottom right hand side, and again everything is angled, so it feels like it's really high and you're having to look over into this area. And why not? Because they have a beautiful swimming pool complex here. This looks like the farmer has converted part of his land into an area where tourists can come and relax. Now, imagine you've got this beautiful farm providing cool food for all of the tourists that are visiting this pool area. Talk about a perfect relaxing location to be able to relax. Look at the way the machines are just hidden there as well behind the actual topiary. Now, this I really do love. It feels really good. You'll see the centerpiece there of the tree, which is the actual beehive tree, using the nectar bushes with the white fences behind it as well, and then the rose bushes, and then the actual trees and topiary again. Oh my god, does that design look really nice, and it goes so well. Look at the way you've got this staggered step piece as well here, as though you're coming up to that back piece of the farm to where the dock area is as well. So as I said, it felt like it's on a much higher level, and with these steps coming up here, it really does feel that way, and I like it a lot. Okay, when I actually look at the back area of the farm, I'm kind of not so happy about some of the decoration there, but it doesn't detract from the overall image in the field that I'm looking at here. Even this area here, and I'm so happy that they're using the archway as a nice little entrance piece into this area. And even if you zoom in and you look at the pets there, they're just sitting there laying over the water, cooling their butts down, and I think that's quite funny. I could also imagine that sometimes the water from the actual Halloween statue there is actually coming into that trough, as though it's like watering and feeding the animals itself. And it's quite a nice area, and a nice little stoned run around section there. Now, I'm quite pleased with the interesting layout and the design I'm seeing in this farm. It's actually quite nice. Okay, it doesn't give me this wow effect. Okay, I do really like the fact that it's staggered, it feels like there's different plateaus, and it feels like you're actually moving high up to the back area there. But in some ways, it does also feel a little bit cluttered. Like, as I said, that back section just above the top there by the mine and to the left hand side by the dock, I think needs changing. Now, how you're going to do that, I'll leave that down to you. Now, jumping over to the town. Okay, am I going to be surprised here? Well, I think I'm going to like what I'm looking at here as well, because this angled design leading up to the town hall is wonderful. I do like that. Even the use of the Christmas tree there with the trees behind it, that again is a really unique and interesting design. So this town and the farm has two really cool tree designs, and I like them a lot, and if anything that kind of influences me towards giving this farm and town a much better score. Now, I do like this centerpiece here, just in front of the grocers and the cinema. I like the way you're using the statue and the pond with the waterfall there with the trees and the actual rose bushes around it. It does look quite nice. And in some ways, I'm kind of glad that you can't actually walk into this area and it is completely boxed off. I think that goes well. Okay, too many swimming pools and pools with the actual spa there. I think that's a little bit too much. Maybe lose one of the pools, put something else in that area, and it will be much better. I like the fact that you've left this pond here. I'm really pleased when I don't see this has been dug up by some people, because I think it does allow you to enhance the design. Now, the beach area happens to be one of my favourite parts here. Look at the B&B there. Look at the way it's boxed in. Look at the toilets, the way they're separated there. Look at the way you're coming to the diner and the actual beach house as well. It really does go well. You've got the archways that are separating the entrances into each one. You've got the staggered steps leading from the beach up to the actual platform, and then the staggered steps going up to the town hall. The town really impresses me, and the town actually makes me very, very happy. Right, now overall I'm going to give this farm a 3.5 score, because I do like what I'm looking at and it's really, really pleasing. I'm not overly keen on the way you've done the topiary with the machines just by the bottom left hand side of the actual pool building, and I'm not too keen on what you've done with the pet and the bicycle area and the pond just the back there by the mine. Please lose the pond. But overall I'm quite happy with some of your interesting designs. Now, I hope you liked my review. Please don't forget to subscribe, and these are some of my links. Okay, have a happy hate day and see you all in the next video. Goodbye all.